Good day, Internet, and welcome to the Thursday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Words, and it is a pleasure to have everyone here, seeing so many familiar faces here. Roz in the building from the Bronx. Oh, Nisa. I remember Nisa. She was from the Art Slam. I saw her. Good to see her here on this open mic. Dylan DeForge in the building. It looks like he uncleaned his room again. It was starting to get clean. I don't know. No, he's working. I like it. Michael Sinner. Umesh Mohitkar is in the belt having breakfast with us because he is on the other side of the world. Luciana is here. Luciana is from Brazil. I kept saying that, she's coming here and she's trying to learn English as a second language and she's like, I'm doing so much more than that. And she really, truly is. She is taking some of the poems that you guys are performing and she is translating them. So we are truly worldwide. Paul Conqueso is here. So, this is the Thursday Night Online Open Mic, and tonight we are going to hear poems, we are going to hear songs, hopefully some comedy, some hip hop, and whatnot. So, La Bruja had to take care.
And April Fools, no, he's not hosting. La Bruja is hosting tonight, baby. But it's always so great to have Advocate of Words with us. Yes. Happy April Fool's Day and happy National Poetry Month. Woo! To all the poets in the world. Yes. So great to be here with all of you. No, you didn't spoil the joke, Jeff. You didn't spoil the joke. Everything is so wonderful. Here we are. And we've been celebrating together our poetry. But on Monday night, we already celebrated our first year, but Advocate of Words is celebrating his anniversary, big, all like with advertisements and special features. And would you like to say something about that, Advocate of Words?
I'm really excited. It's been a wonderful year. I'm gonna be inside the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and it's like I'm going all out because I feel like La Bruja. I've been telling the community like they gave me a gift. I'm getting to go home because of them, because of how much they came and to perform and signed up and all of this. Like it gave me the leverage to go to the cafe administration and be like, I need to be in the building for this anniversary show. So I thank you, the
Beautiful.
community. And of course, La Bruja's going to be here with us on Monday. And as I always tell it, the Thursday Night Online Open Mic was the first one that started. This is the flagship. There would be no Monday without La Bruja. And she is always opening paths for other artists. And I'm always like, yep, I'm going to walk that path. Thank you very much. So, La
And you
Bruja.
walk it well.
I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to hearing everyone tonight. So it's
Oh
awesome.
my goodness. Well, I just hosted my first open mic in person here in Puerto Rico at the Poets Passage in El Viejo San Juan, in Old San Juan, and it gave me all the feels. So I can totally understand you words, and why you would want to do this and open up those New Eurekan Poets Cafe doors once again. We were wearing masks on the mic. And, but even wearing those masks, you could not contain the energy of the live open mic. And Peggy Robles Alvarado showed up here in Puerto Rico, and I re-popped her cherry after over 10 years of having popped that cherry in El Barrio in Spanish Harlem way back when. Ah, what a great thing. And nothing could stop this poetry thing we've got going on. Not a pandemic, not anything. Because this vibe is contagious. And I'm so grateful to generate it straight from my heart. I'm wearing green, the real color of love. And I'm sending all of you so much love tonight. Welcome to the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, where we have been coming together for over a year. I am not going to open with a poem today. Instead, let's get into our performers that are on the list. I'd like to not just hear the 25 secured and guaranteed slots, but I want to hear all of the extra. We have 5 on the waiting list, so I'd like to hear all 30 get on tonight. And then maybe I'll close out with a poem of my own if time allows. So let's put that list in the chat. I see people like try to talk to me in the chat, and then I lose my place. Here it is. Bing! Toma! And thank you to our sponsors, National Endowment for the Arts, Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York Community Trust. And if you would like to make a donation, please visit nuyorican.org/contribute. It's interesting. Elizabeth Strauss is opening up again, and Abraham Kamani is following. We had them first and second last week. I don't know if they're organizing this or planning this. They both got in the list. DG has been moved down, but he's on the list. Teso Somok, Unmesh, Eddie Foreman. I see Vale Larkin. I don't recognize that name, but let's get into it. Let me see if we could just, I like to open up for the participant to unmute and say what's up. Here we go, asking all to unmute, and then we get into it.
Hey,
everybody.
eager to
Jump it off. You know how to do it.
spring.
What's going on, New
We love you.
Yes, yay. Vale is dope. Okay, I'm looking forward to it, but let's see what's good with Deadpan Lizzie. Elizabeth Strauss.
Hey, Labruja, how are you, sweetheart?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's so good to see you. What you got for us today, Lizzie?
By the way, that was a great April Fool's joke, and I'm not a big fan of April Fools, so great job pulling that off.
I gotta give it to Chris. He's the one who thought it up. It wasn't even my idea or advocate of words, so that goes to show you, like, everybody has mad talent and mad creativity. He was like, this is a good way to open it, and Chris was right. Much love to Chris, who always holds it down and makes sure that we can do what we do smoothly.
Oh, kudos, Chris. Very well done. All right, this piece is called 5 Miles. 5 miles one way, 5 miles back. Roads I have driven and run, more times than I can count. For better and worse. How 15 minutes felt like an eternity. Unsure what would happen next. What will happen. Wishing they would heal sooner. Wishing they could not feel pain. 5 miles one way to help. 5 miles back to fear. That road will never feel the same. The pavement holding new cracks. Will it be a road to recovery or one that takes them to their paradise? Selfishly wishing recovery. But I do not know what Hashem has in store. She works in mysterious ways. If I had a superpower, it would be to take away people's pain. Could you take away their pain, please? Do manners matter in this case? Can you give them more time, all the time? Because I am not ready to let go of them. I will not give up on them. Can you reach into their heart and soul and help them? 5 miles one way, 5 miles back, worth all of my heart. Thank you.
Deadpan Lizzie. 15 minutes can feel like an eternity sometimes, but I'm that your superpower of wanting to take people's pain away, I respect that immensely.
Thank you.
If I had a superpower, it would be slapping bad people in the back of the neck, and to be invisible to do that, that would be my shit. I'll be invisible.
I want that superpower too. So dual superpower.
Deadpan Lizzie.
Thank you very much.
What a sweetheart. Thank you so much for being with us and setting it off. Peace. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's good with Abraham Kamani. What is his superpower, I wonder? You there with us? Asking to unmute. Yeah.
I'm here.
There he is.
Yeah, you know what? I would have played a cruel April Fool's joke of writing a poem of being a Trump supporter, but nobody would have fell for it anyway. So I think you guys would have enough sense to not fall for that shit.
Too woke. You too woke. We already know.
I know. I think I've said too much here for you guys to believe that anyway. But anyways, no erotica tonight. You know, I decided to take things a little bit more seriously. So I got 3 pieces. 2 of them are very short and 1 is a little bit longer. And the first 2 I wrote last month. The third one I wrote, just finished it today, actually. So this first one is called Reclaim My Beauty. It is my duty to reclaim my beauty from any and every hater, now and not later, to take back my clear vision without asking for permission from the blind who can't see the pretty inside of me. So long as my eyes are open, I will shut down every lie spoken, with the truth of my mirror telling me to come nearer. Look at the reflection of my loveliness and say, to hell with all the ugliness. Second short piece, serious as a period. If you are not ready for a love so steady, to be a mom or dad to a lass or lad, think twice before jumping the gun and having lustful, premature fun. Before things get too intense, please use your common sense. Think about every potential disease you can contract and die with ease. Then refuse to accept a lifetime of pain by simply making the choice to abstain. But if you insist on taking off your clothes, use protection, double check for holes. Otherwise, it is never too late to boldly tell your date, no Trojan horse, no intercourse. I am serious as a period. And then the final piece is more personal to me. It's called Emotional Hygiene. At least I might change the title later, but tears are pouring out of my eye like rain falling from the sky when the earth wants to cry, bringing an end to an emotional drought. After years of suppressing pain from coming out, I give my eyes permission to open and shout, weep and wail in nonverbal profanity to release all the toxic insanity inside of me, clogging up my humanity, holding itself back for way too long because I thought being sensitive was wrong, for it made a man weak instead of strong. So I have been falsely taught at an early age, boys are not to be soft. This masculine lesson I readily bought and studied religiously over the years. Learned real quick to not shed any tears, lest I get clowned by all of my peers. But in my heart, I felt unclean for not practicing good emotional hygiene, allowing my spirit to become so mean, filling my mouth with so much dirt, like a fully loaded gun, shooting foul words, intending to curse foes out of this earth. For talking shit to me, I told every prick, fuck you, bitch. Suck the devil's fiery dick. Take it up the ass, punk. You make me sick. Motherfucker, if you challenge me to fight, I will hook and jab your ass left and right. Hurt you real bad with all my might. Or lose trying my very best to win. Live another day to defend myself again. Gain the respect of boys and men. Be known as a warrior, not a wussy, an easy target for a brutal bully to fuck me as if I am a pussy. Never did I submit to being feminized, even if my masculinity became sensitized by words or deeds. My emotions were minimized to pure and unadulterated rage, because truth be told, I was afraid of getting smashed like a piece of cake if I did not act so damn crazy and throw temper tantrums at people, then maybe everyone would have mistaken me for a lady, until my mind was mature enough to get the gist that tears do not come out of balled up fists. If I need to cry, I should not resist a good emotional bath to clean my whole body. Jesus wept too, so crying cannot be unmanly or ungodly. And any man who says otherwise is full of folly. In pieces.
Yes, Abraham Kamani. Getting rid of that emotional drought. That's what that's about. Serious as a period. So important to like let men know that it's okay to be emotional, to be able to cry and all of that. So thank you for that, Abraham Kamani.
Thank you. Oh, yes. And Saturday, you guys got a event for moms, a poetry tribute to moms. I found out yesterday on an Instagram post, and I had ordered my ticket, so I'm gonna check you guys out.
Oh my God, I'm still, writing that poem because, I want to do, I like to do eulogy poems, and I've
Yeah.
been just trying to find those words without breaking down and crying myself, to dig deep and, and letting those emotions pass through and those thoughts. It's not an easy task, but
Right.
your poetic strength and your vulnerability is got to tap in, keep it real.
Yeah. Keep it real.
That's right. And check condoms for them holes.
Okay.
At first, I thought you were like, check for those holes. I was like, what? And he said, oh,
No, I'm talking about holes in a condom, not that, no.
exactly. I got to clean these ears out. All right. Abraham Kamani, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I'm still in Puerto Rico, Kyla. I'm still here for those that are asking. And Nisa's in the room with us, one of my favorite youngest poets in the world. And she was complaining that she couldn't get on the list. There was something there. Put it in the chat, Nisa, so we could figure out what that's about. And right now, let's go with James, Mr. Speaker Sears.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, let's go. Judge less and love more. Listening to a poet is like taking a journey mentally, and baby, you have the right to ask, hey, Mr. Speaker, where are you actually taking me? See, I want to take you to a place where Palestinians and Israelis live in peace. It is a place where good news is spread, where gossip and bad news are deceased. Let's go to a place where slower traffic actually stays to the right. It is a place where we walk by faith and not by sight. This is a place where women know that they are worth more than 1,000,000 grams. It is a place where there is no road rage and there are no traffic jams. It is a place where smiles and greetings are what we all expect. It is a place where men honor women and treat them with the utmost respect. Judge less when it comes to that foreigner who may be lost or having a hard time. Love more those individuals who tried to feed their families by committing crimes. Love more that individual who's giving you poor customer service. Today could be her first day on the job, and her mistakes could be because she's just a little bit nervous. If you are a stay-at-home mother, you homeschool, or maybe you are a housewife, please do not stand in judgment of others who have to work to support their life. Judge less someone's ignorance and pray that his or her knowledge keeps expanding. Love more through many of life's misunderstandings. Instead of trying to get even, get revenge, or settle a score, stop. Take a deep breath, then judge less and find a way to love more. Mr. Speaker.
Ooh, that's the truth. Judge less and love more. And here, I don't know if everybody's been watching, but the whole thing with George Floyd and watching this case, like I've seen it here and there, and I just think, wow, if people could have loved more, if our police could love more and judge less. But yeah, the trial is heart-wrenching, definitely heart-wrenching. Thank you, Mr. Sears, for those words and that message, because it just really is so true. Let's see. Nisa says the percent of people who've been sexually assaulted is 99%. Nisa bringing percentages into the chat. Nisa's a G. Okay, here it should be an open and shut case. But let's see what's good with Jeff Cottrell.
All right, such serious talk, and then you transition to my ridiculous bullshit. So this is just a rough thing I did for a workshop, and the prompt I got was post-apocalyptic comedy. So I came up with this. For 30 days, Breck and Dummerton had been wandering the empty landscape, searching for any other living human beings. It didn't seem that long ago that the pair had been the hottest slapstick duo on Broadway, but New York was now flattened to the ground. The Russian missiles had taken care of most of the buildings on the planet, not long after COVID had wiped out most of the people. So Brick and Dummerton kept on wandering through the desert that had once been the woods and fields of upstate New York. Or rather, Brick was doing all the wandering. Dummerton's clumsy, corpulent frame huffed and puffed to keep up with him, occasionally tripping over his feet and falling face first onto the ground. Now he did it again with a thud. "Oopsie doopsie, Mac!" Dummerton cried from the ground. "I done it again, Brick!" Brick turned around, bent over, and walloped Dummerton in the face. "Shut up, stupid!" snapped Brick. "Stand up and walk like a man." Dummerton struggled to stand up. "You don't need to be so mean to me, Brick," he said. "All I done was whoops." He fell over again. "Oopsie doopsie, Mac! I feels like I got 5 left feet and a frog in me pants. Heavens to Poindexter, I tells ya." Brick shook his fist at Dummerton furiously. "Why, I oughter," he growled. "Kid, if you wasn't the only company I had left around here, why, I'd smack you to kingdom coming back." Dummerton struggled back onto his feet as Brick walked on ahead. "No need to get sore with me, old buddy, old pal," he said, waddling quickly behind Brick. "I mean, it ain't like it's the end of the world here." Brick sighed angrily, then turned around and smacked Dummerton again. "Yes, it is," he shouted. "It is the end of the world. Why do you think all the folks have disappeared, stupid?" "Sheesh," said Dummerton, shaking off the impact of the slap. "What a grouch you are, Brick." "Shut up," said Brick. "Now we've been walking all this time, see? And the way I figures it, we ought to get to Syracuse any day now." "Get to where?" "Syracuse." "I don't know," said Dummerton. "Syracuse? I don't know if there's a cuse or not. Heavens to Moigatride, I don't even know what a cuse is. I don't know a cuse from a pogo stick, Mac." Brick smacked Dummerton in the face again. "Ow!" said Dummerton. "Syracuse. It's a city, you moron, or it used to be." He trudged on with Dummerton waddling behind. "But if Syracuse is empty and deserted as New York is, we'll have to move on to find Buffalo." "To find what?" "Buffalo." Dummerton laughed. "Ha ha ha! And you say I'm the stupid one. Why, Buffalo ain't roamed these plains for 150 years, Mac. If you want to go out and hunt buffalo, you're going to have to go to Yellowstone National Park." Another hard slap from Brick. "Ow!" said Dummerton. "Buffalo. It's another city, dummy. It's all the way up near Niagara Falls, see?" "Whoops!" cried Dummerton as he tripped over his feet again. "Oopsie doopsie, Mac," he said from the ground. Then as he stood up and brushed himself off again, he added, "Gee, maybe instead of Niagara Falls, they should call it Dummerton Falls. Get it, Brick? Dummerton Falls?" Brick just shook his fist at him again. "What a maroon," he muttered. "If you wasn't the only pal I had left in the world, I'd gouge your eyes out and feed 'em to the wolverines." "That's mean, Brick. Why's you always so mean to me?" "Shut up." They walked on in silence for a few minutes, and then Brick spoke up. "You know," he said, "now that you mention it, it ain't just Buffalo and Syracuse. Lots of cities across these here United States got some pretty peculiar names. Take the Midwest, see? Over there, why, you got your who Kansas, your what Kentucky, and your I don't know Illinois." "Who's in Kansas, Brick?" "That's right. But I still don't get it. Who's..." "Shh!" Brick pointed in the distance ahead of them. Excuse me. "Look, there's a fella up there. Looks to be alive and such." There was indeed a figure standing before them. The figure was still for a moment, then seemed to sway from side to side in a weird way. "Maybe he knows other survivors," Brick added. "He can lead us to the new civilization." "That's swell, Brick. Do you think he can tell us who's in Kansas, too?" "Who's in..." "Ah, never mind, stupid. Let's just catch up to the fella." I think I'll just leave it off there. It just gets more ridiculous from there.
Jeff Cottrell. Dummerton was giving me Mickey Mouse vibes, but that was super fun. And yeah, everybody here, like it was reminiscent of Looney Tunes. I know you must have grown up on Looney Tunes because I felt like the lingo was there. And then of course your pink blanket is making all the rage in the chat. I think you could sell that shit on eBay. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. By one more year and forget it. It'll walk alone and sell itself on eBay. But thank you so much, Jeff Cottrell. Everything going good though, right? Everything good, Jeff Cottrell? Excellent. You got all the voices. So if you need any audio work, any cartoon work, or if you're doing a Looney Tunes reprise, Jeff is your man. Well, now let's get into class. Apple for teacher, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Teso Somok.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me see if I can turn my camera on.
A lot of people don't know Teso Somok is a rock star. He plays guitar and everything. Sent me links to music. I was like, word, professor?
Word. Hey, I got called into work, but I want to give up my spot to the young lady who couldn't get on the list.
Who, Tanisa?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. Mr. Teso Somok, you working in the fields, bro?
Bro, man, look at that. It's for real.
Yes,
Yeah.
Papa. Yes.
This ain't no bullshit.
Wow, you are the real deal, man. Everybody show some love to Teso Somok. Woo!
I'm just going to go on audio and listen to everybody. I just can't drive and poetize at the same time.
Oh my God, I'm so impressed. Is everybody else impressed? I'm moved and impressed. Work them.
It's good to see everybody.
No wonder you be cultivating these gems in the land and in the mind. And thank you so much. And Nisa, you let me know, Nisa, if you're ready to go or if you need a minute. Let's see what's good. Gracias, Teso Somok.
Gracias.
Mucho amor para ti. Wow, that is amazing. Nisa's ready to go. Yes, Nisa. Here we go. Asking to unmute. Look at that. What a
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much, by the way.
Yes.
Amazing. But I have a couple pieces, and so this first one is called Ace. It's for one of my teachers who is Ace. Never thought to be ace, just through a phase, an incomprehensible race to face, encased in disbelief, no relief. Like you're the chief of my love life, in grief. Why can't you believe it's unseen? It's true. Oh, not by, dry, no lie, but only high. I'm ace. And I have this one about some diet racism that I made like half an hour ago. So I was in my class talking about culture, and this was post-toxic friend. So I was saying, and most of my family speaks Gujarati, and my teacher says, "Oh, is that like Hindi?" Obviously, she's my teacher. I could never say anything like this to her, but I was thinking, Bia should know. It's like Gujarati. Or when I asked, what princess do I sound like? Or do I act like? People would always say, the princess from the Princess and the Frog. I don't think I act like her. I mean, and she is like one of the only other non-white princesses. Now you're probably wondering, who is this toxic friend? Why did I bring her up? Well, we'll call her Hellcat. I will call her that because she's one of those Christians and hated any talk of hell. But anyway, because of her diet racism, I tried to convince her that I was white, and I thought I could because I had pretty light skin. But even though Hellcat was terrible, like she was a terrible friend, I cared what she thought. But now I look back and I think, why the hell would I ever want to be white? Some of them are crazy as hell. Some in a good way. Some are the banned from Walmart way. Thank you.
Nisa with the newness. Thank you so much, Nisa, for sharing that. And and it's true. We give a lot of people importance that don't necessarily deserve it. But we have a world full of Hellcats, but that's okay because we're heavenly kitties. Okay, boo? Thank you, Nisa. Much love to you. So great to hear you always.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Somo, muchas gracias por su, su caridad, your charity of giving your space to our luminary young Nisa. Now let's go all the way to India and hear from none other than Unmesh Mohitkar.
Hello, La Bruja. How are you? Uh, La Bruja, I just wanted to say one thing. You asked on that day that what did you learn, what we learned from you, right? So we learned from you how to make others feel like a rock star. The thing is, talent is everywhere, but making everyone feel like a rock star, right? I think it's a real deal. Thank you for that.
Well, you are a rock star, damn it.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you. Sweet.
Never-ending road, ever-connected oceans, unfathomable skies. Imagine if the sun breaks up. Imagine if the moon loses light. Imagine if the oceans go dry. But there are people who are not supposed to break. Breakups are for the free souls who can die in peace, but for the tormented, even after death, the agony stays. Breakup is not for them. Breakup is painful, but not as painful as being broken forever. Yes, there are people who are not supposed to break, like, like carrying a never healing injury. Even compassion hurts. Breakups and breakdowns are for the lucky ones who can go away. The flood comes and goes. The lightning strikes and goes. The cyclone falls and goes. And there are people who are not supposed to break. Families broken, life stolen, people suffering. The pain never goes away. A caged bird whose wing is broken, lonely plant in the desert waiting for the rains. Sometimes even the skies break up, but there are people who are not supposed to break. The clouds burst open and weep as if everything is lost. What about the sun? No, he can't end. He has no choice to burn endlessly, and the world prospers in the heat of his flames. No, the sun cannot break up. Yes, yes, there are people who are not supposed to break up. Yes, there are people who are not supposed to break. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Breakups and breakdowns. I love it.
Thank you, thank you. You can follow me on Mohitkar Facebook and Instagram. And I've got a book on Amazon. Thank you. Thank you.
Umesh, your joy is contagious. I'm telling you, you are a rock star, and I just love it. Love everything that you do. Look in the chat how much love that everyone feels for you. So I'm just
Thank you, everyone. We are a family here. Thank you, thank you.
yes, we are. And it is true. There are people that are not supposed to break. They're not supposed to break dance because some people just will break their bones, break dancing. That would be me. I gave that shit up. No backspins on the floor for me because I am not supposed to. Break dance. Breakups and breakdowns. Unmesh. Gracias. Ahora, let's see what the withdrawn is going to break down for us.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing? I'm so jealous of you in PR still, man.
Oh, I
Having
have
fun.
better people on.
I know you're having fun though. That's important. So
Got to.
that's what it's about. All right. So I got shit.
New shit or just shit?
I would say new shit. New shit, yeah.
All right. New shit it is. The withdrawn Nicholas Correa.
Okay. I didn't know I was ready till I held your hand. people wondering why I didn't post pics up on the gram, but it's because not every moment has to be frozen. No need to change, no need to judge the lifestyle I've chosen. These past few months, I've been in a rush. And you've set a reminder that it's the easy as 1, 2, 3 things in life that are also worth noting. Y'all know it. The little things. It's like in writing where simplicity is always key because you don't have to use big words for it to be thought-provoking. Figured the new yo would be the first to know because that's how we do it. Plus, I'm sure some of y'all understand that when a poet changes a diaper for the first time, that's the real new shit. Since inside the womb, I've been telling you things like, I'm sad that Attack on Titan will come to an end soon. How today I received the perfect pair of speakers to board out in the world to. How you should always respect, celebrate, and elevate women. Let me find out you call someone to mess around and take away your PS6. Even though I'm an Xbox and Nintendo kid. I'm saddened that you'll have one less grandparent on my side to meet. That was his choice. But your grandmother, you'll love that lady. She eventually took on a double role for me. And your 3 wonderful, lovable titis. You'll also one day meet the Nuyo family. Unmesh, Ray. Did I mention Ray? Nick, Dylan. There's so much to love about all of them. As right now, there is so much to love about you. Thank you all for the comfort of sharing this tonight. And for the blessing it is to have y'all in my life. Thank you.
Oh, the withdrawn with that embracing new shit. So much love. Oh man. Yeah, when she got to meet the whole New York family, that's when it's on.
Yeah, you know, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, you know, April Fools.
Like, actually, fuck all y'all.
Much love, much love. Nah, you know what I did? With the names that I mentioned, if you look at the letters that correspond with the names on the people that made the list tonight, it actually spells out fools. So for Ray, I said her name twice, and that's the double O. So I just wanted to throw that.
Oh, the withdrawn. Oh shit. Dope. Yo, we're all a bunch of fools, though. We are all a bunch of fools. We're fools for love, fools for each other, fools for this poetry that we do.
Very much.
For the laughs, because I just love it.
Thank you.
So withdrawn. Thank you. Yo, and that line about when a poet changes a diaper, that was dope.
That's the real new shit.
That's the real new shit, baby. Thank you. The withdrawn, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see what's good with Edward, the fireman foreman. You there with us? Where is he? I'm asking to unmute. Poet
Oh,
the building. There he is.
what? My name is who? My name is what? My name is Ricka Ed Potastic. Tú eres muy bonita y guapa, Senora Bonita. I mean, Senor La Bruja. And hola hola mi hermanos y hermanas. Estoy muy potástico. Okay, I got 3 jokes, and I'm going to start with my my poem. Okay, what did the porcupine say to the other porcupine? Don't be a prick. what did the female and what did the male ape said to the female ape? You make me go bananas.
I knew there was gonna be a banana in there. I knew that.
I got one more. What did the teacher said? What did the teacher said to his monkey student? Quit going ape.
As long as you enjoy them, that's really what matters. I just have to.
Oh, I need to work on my jokes. I need to work on my punchline. Okay, this poem is called, well, little disclaimer alert, rated R. This is called Poetry is Sexy. Poetry is sexy. I mean sexy. My poetry is sexy. Poetry is sexy. If not, be fully aware. Poetry is sexy, personal than your panties or underwear. Poetry is sexy, strip and lay over there. Poetry is sexy, leaving you open and bare. Poetry is sexy, feeling the curves with care. Poetry is sexy, shout louder than any bear. Poetry is sexy, hook you with an erotic glares. Poetry is sexy, tons of colorful words to spare. Poetry is sexy, the steamy, mind-blowing affairs. Poetry is sexy. Sorry, no time for guilt or prayer. Poetry is sexy, loving you around and everywhere. Poetry is sexy, kicks you here and there. Poetry is sexy, many climactic beginnings to share. Poetry is sexy, believe me, I swear. Poetry is sexy, wearing latex, oh, I dare. Poetry is sexy, the goosebumps surging flares. Poetry is sexy, not coming in singles but in pairs. So poetry is sexy. Come on, don't be a square.
All right. Edward, the fireman, foreman.
Thank you.
You always bring some sexiness to the night to the to the. Now I'm stuttering. Fireman, foreman, thank you so much. That was poetástico. Gracias por hablar español también.
Muy bien, señora.
Eso estaba.
Muchas gracias.
Sí, supertástico. Gracias.
Magnifico. De nada.
Eddie Foreman, always willing to make you smile or make you think about sexy things for a while. So now let's see what's good with Vale Larkin. Let's welcome them.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Wow, you've got a nice setup, Vale.
I just got this and I've got a reading thing on Saturday. I got to practice with it. So
love it. I can't wait to hear you. Thank you so much for joining us. Where are you tonight?
I am in Pittsburgh.
Okay, cool. Let's hear it.
It's nicer than you think. I'm not from here, but it's nicer than you think. I moved here on purpose. Okay. Postscript. Quoth the raven, nevermore. I shot that fucking bird and ate it 2 nights later, ink not yet dry. I shot that fucking bird right off the head of wisdom herself in all her stony glory. I would not have chosen to consume that rank flesh, so imbued with carrion as to turn the guts inside to outside and contents be damned. All the same, I needed to do it. Of course, it's to you I'm speaking, always and inevitably, my phantasmagorical lover, my skeletal siren. The winged fright knew that much, didn't he? Before. I killed that lying messenger, filth and falsehoods on his tongue as I took aim and grasped and squeezed and recoiled as if in horror or remorse. But that was not it. By forcing down every bite, singing of sixpence and gagging all the while, I have found it. It is mine now, and a harsher comfort than I dreamed. I have discovered words closer to the real, to the vibrating heart of things. I have heard your voice from a distant shore and known it for yours beyond and beneath all shallow appearances. That fucking bird lied to break me or mock me, or because it was sent there that bleak night by something looming up and blotting out sky like a parliament in flight. I now know such things exist, but their messengers are frail stuff for all their terrors. I shot that fucking bird and watched it tumble into the very shadow it cast. You are always with me. Entropy is a myth. We are all together, poets, liars, and lost loves, shifting our surface from form to form, as my love is the earth, as I will become air and water and the stone bones of the land given enough time, as I am now something of the liar, as the raven is myself.
Ooh, Veil. Oh my goodness. Skeletal sirens and all. Phantasmagorical. I love that poetic license. You brought the macabre back. Very Edgar Allan Poe-esque. Thank you so much for being.
I've got a reading series starting on Saturday. I'm going to put a link up in the chat. So if anybody wants to go see a reading
let
series,
everybody know how to follow you. Say it here because we got our Facebook friends watching, our YouTube friends that can't see the stuff in the chat.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern is a reading series called Altheides Kolisa, which is a reading series by myself and Sydney Conte, who is a Sierra Leonean poet who lives in Cambridge. And our first guest is going to be Trisha De Jesus Gutierrez. And we're going to do, the theme of our first episode is justice. So come and read. And we're going to do a room reading at the end. So bring your poetry.
All right, Veil. You broke in that mic and it was hot. Fire, fire, fire. Thank you for the macabre. I've always been one to enjoy the dark side of poetry because it's so enlightening. Now let's see what's good with Thomas Connor. Thomas likes my jokes. I know he does. You with us, Thomas?
I'm here. I just, yeah.
It makes me happy that I make you laugh. That brings.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate the laughs. For real talk. So this piece right here is dedicated to my my Sifu. He's my Kung Fu instructor. He's actually this year makes 30 years of me practicing Wing Chun Kung Fu with him. And he's battling COVID right now. You know, he's also a cancer survivor. Yeah, he's a cancer survivor, stomach cancer. So, you know, it just brought me back to when I first started, you know, working out with him. I was kind of cocky when I got in there because I already had a black belt in Shotokan. And I was like, you know, what you gonna show me? And next thing you know, he simulated a throat strike, an eye gouge, and a knee strike all in one move. And I said, all right, guess you my teacher. So, and 30 years later, here we are. So this is for him. His name is Jesus A. Santiago. So I'm going to say this little quote. It's from the Hagukara, which is the book of the samurai. There is surely nothing other than the single purpose of the present moment. A man's whole life is a succession of moment after moment. There will be nothing else to do and nothing else to pursue. Live being true to the single purpose of the moment. Sosonomo Yamamoto, The Way of the Samurai. What you know about sparring and grappling, boxing and trapping, the science of breathing, the jogging, the heaving, the peace before combat, full spark contact, Sun Tzuian war tack, katas and floor mats, the bows, the bows and sows, the strictures and towels, staffs and swords, cuts and sores, lumps on jaws, trophies, awards, belts, and sweat, practicing hard after everybody left. Move and tactics, jumps and backflips, staying committed when your homeboys ain't with it, and your girl stay beefing, thinking you be creeping. I just let her riff, sticking to the shit until my last breath. Us.
Wow, that's some black belt poetry right there. I didn't know. I did not know that you were that a warrior on that level. That is amazing, and much healing energy.
Yes, yes. Well, I'd rather crack jokes and laugh at your jokes than anybody else that got any other jokes. Yeah, it's I started at the age of 7, got a black belt in Shotokan by the age of 15, and then stepped away for a little bit and then got back into it. And I'm a certified instructor in Jeet Kune Do, Kali Eskrima stick fighting, which is Filipino martial arts as well, all from him. So I had to honor him this way. Definitely.
Send him the link so he could watch this poem and and see that you have honored him, and all of us collectively are sending vibrations to completely restore his health.
Yes, thank you. Peace, and blessings, everyone. Thank you again.
Peace and blessings. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war, as they say.
It's my favorite line, especially when I was a bouncer. Peace.
Bouncer, now he's bouncing. He's out.
Now I'm bouncing. Peace, y'all. Peace and blessings, everyone. Stay safe. It's real out there.
Yes, it is. Good to know. I know. So if I got beef, I'm gonna call Thomas. Shit. That's amazing. All right. So now let's hear from our urban cowboy poet, Greg Michaels.
Unmute. There we go. Hello, Bruja. I realized I hadn't done this one on Thursday before. Warning about going to New York, but you're a New Yorker, so you know already. When you fly into New York, an awesome skyline is your greeting. On the surface, take a taxi to that most important meeting. Low ground, go by subway to the restaurant or theater, but don't go any lower. In the sewer, there be gators. Now, how did alligators with their big old snappy mouth come to live below Manhattan? I mean, you know they grow down south. Did some genius say while noshing on his bagel and his locks? What the city really needs is alligators or crocs. No, they were brought back by New Yorkers wintering in the Florida sun who thought a dangerous animal might bring some family fun. They needed gifts for grandkids who might feel really hurt if Gran went to Miami and all they got was a t-shirt. Each grandpa had the same idea. I know what to get. I'll buy little Joe a baby gator for a pet. Joe will be the envy of every kid at school. He could use the family bathtub as a gator swimming pool. At first, the little beasts were welcome in the family nest. Then they started biting and becoming a real pest. New York moms appreciated feeling clean and showered. They couldn't enjoy their bath time with a chance they'd be devoured. All around Manhattan, they cried, "This just can't go on." And all the families flushed their alligators down the John. These reptiles congregated in the sewers of New York, and then they started breeding where it's stinky, damp, and dark. This started in the 30s, flushing baby crocodilians. Some were boys, some were girls. By now there could be millions. There ain't no light way down below, and if you believe the winos, they've grown into a colony of giant blind albinos. Criminals who hide below and see those big jaws Snapple learn they're not the baddest bangers and that they're Big Apple. They'll find out soon enough that their zip guns and switchblades just ain't a match for a man-eater from the Everglades. If you slip through and greet the beast at New York's lowest level, you might think you fell to hell and met up with the devil. But will they come up and terrorize? I don't think they would. They leave the upper city to the pushers, pimps, and hoods. They ain't gonna swarm the streets if manholes ain't kept shut, or swim up through a public john and bite you on the butt. No need to hide up in the sky in a high-rise elevator. Just be careful not to go too low. In the sewer, there be gators. Thank you.
Greg Michaels, thank you
UCP.
for the urban tale.
Urban Cowboy Poetry, YouTube, Facebook.
All right. Well, you know, they made a horror movie out of that whole thing, and it was alligator. I believe that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had me looking.
There's movies made about several of these legends.
Uh-huh.
The one I did about the kangaroo, they made a movie, Kangaroo Jack, and there's a bunch of others too.
Quite prophetic. Thank you so much, Greg Michaels, Urban Cowboy Poet. Check him out on YouTube. All your amazing stories, folkloric. So much fun. Thank you. Greg Michaels. Okay, now let's go with Nick Paleologos.
Hello.
Hola.
How's it going?
How many of you are here tonight? Which one of you is reciting is what I want to know.
I'm the real one. Hi. Happy Fools. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. It seems like my entourage is growing right here. Still don't know who the green one is right over there, but green is my favorite color, so props up to whoever that is wearing that. I have new shit for y'all. I've been burning through this like wildfire. I got 4 pieces for y'all. One's a haiku, one's a tanka, one's a 20-piece challenge that I did, and the other one is a piece was supposed to read Monday, but I decided to sacrifice my Monday spot so that way y'all can rock out. Start with this one here, the 20-word challenge. It's called Voice Memo 20. Rage in today's day demands change and justice for George Floyd. You better listen, America. It's our turn to talk. Second one, Tonka. Crimes against Asians have risen over the last year. Stop with the hurting. It is all senseless killings. The real virus, racism. Haiku time. Complicated life. The broken household holds back the damaged children. Last one right here. This one's called a candleplate. A bright light started at birth, that twinkle in your baby eyes. Curiosity didn't kill you. It was stagnation. You used to be vibrant. You had a smile on all the time. Tell me, have you walked on heated coal and left your legs behind? Has your candle melted? Has life finally gotten to you? You being fucked over, letting opportunities slip, having failed a million times, only a handful of successes, being rejected, being misfitted, felt love like a cattle prod against your chest, letting another melt the wax chest off your sculpted body, exposing a melted candle within. No flame. Why not let your flames rekindle your passion? Yes, you have failed, but are you gonna let the outside drown your flame? Aren't you still here? Your wick, your wax, and your flame are still within, isn't it? It's not. Here's a Zippo, some wax, and a new wick. Even if you don't rise back up, a flame can still burn on. Your flame isn't gone. It just morphed into something brighter. Don't you know when they fuck with your fire, they get singed? I understand you are hurt. You need air, space, and kindling so that you can breathe fire. This fire is your kindling. You are the beacon in a black hole sun. Won't you come and light up the sky? Just make sure you bring your Zippo and impact individuals so that your fire may never die. That's it.
Wow, Nick Paleologos, igniting the fire within everyone. Oh my God, that was blazing hot. Nick, yo, all of y'all rocked. All of you, and then the guy in the green, he moved around and everything. I saw it.
Yeah, he's been moving around quite a bit. I don't know. It's starting to scare me a little bit. But if you want to follow the
fire, you ignited the fire in his green ass, and he was like, "Whoa." Nick, wow, man, you killing it, bro. Did you finish your journal? Are you full? Is it done?
we're approaching the last couple of pages right here. I think we're on 5 left, I think it is. Actually, wait, excuse me, 4 left. I'm correct myself there. 4 left. No, wait, I'm sorry, 3. 3 pages.
You've got 3 blank pages left. Wow, congratulations, Nick, for filling in that journal with all that fire and igniting the heat of poetry within all of us. Blessings to you.
Same blessings to you all too. You can also follow me at the Real Nick P. Not these. I don't know what the heck's going on here at this point. My green screen's gotten taken over. But you can follow me at the Real Nick P on Instagram. I'll drop that in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone.
The Real Nick P. Thank you, Nick. So cool. Look at that. I've watched him fill his journal up throughout this time, and he has 3 blank pages. I used to tell when I would do the workshops, I would say a blank page is symbolic of your life, your future. What are you gonna fill it with? So make those last 3 pages count, baby, the way you've been doing it. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now let's see. DG clearing. What is he bringing tonight, our dapper gent?
La Bruja, so nice to see you tonight. Congratulations on getting a new open mic going in Puerto Rico. That's so exciting. So I have one poem for you tonight. I was invincible. I saw my first robin today. It brought back so many memories of that summer when I was invincible. Anything could happen. Riding my purple Stingray bike around town with high handlebars, a chopped fork, and a metallic banana seat. Nothing could stop me. At the county fair, my sow won a blue ribbon. A girl let me feel her up, but I couldn't look. My baseball team took the Little League championship. That was the summer when my teacher was killed. He was drafted. Less than 30 days after his deployment, he was dead. All I could think of was how I was going to avenge his murder. On the farm, I had killed a few chickens and helped my dad slaughter cows, and pig was part of me. Pa had taught me how to shoot. The year before, for my birthday, I got a Daisy Red Ryder BB gun. I was already pretty good shot. At 25 feet, I could hit the bullseye or a bottle. I had been saving for a skateboard, but that had to wait. Something more powerful was needed to vindicate his death. This was really important. A Sheraton Blue Streak pump action pellet gun. This could bring down a moose and easily the enemy. The cornfield was a good place to practice the maneuvers. On the west side, there were about 5 acres of woods, a forest filled with bear, deer, wolves, and moose. You never saw them, but you could hear their calls at night. With blue skies and the sun high, this was the time to go into the woods for the kill. I hunched and crawled through the fallen branches and mud, looking for the enemy. The sounds of the footsteps could be heard. Closer and closer I got. You could smell their scent. Up above, there was a flutter. The branches moved. The leaves shook. There he was, crested with red and orange belly of camouflage. The deadly robin. Silently, I laid in the thicket of the bush, motionless, studying every move. If I made a sound, I would be a goner for sure. Slowly, carefully, resting my gun on the branch, taking aim, watching as it puffed its feathers then made bird calls to his troops. Now was the time to shoot before the entire platoon stormed my location. There would be too many to fend off by myself. I'd be a goner. The sweat was dripping into my eyes. Mud caked my clothes. My hand shook more than the day that Carrie let me go under her blouse. This was terrifying. Taking a big breath, squeezing the trigger, I shot. Dead center. The murderer fell off the branch, jumping, yelling, screaming, I got you, as I ran where the robin had fallen, elated that Mr. Pfeiffer's death had been avenged. There on the ground, flopping, rolling, bleeding, screaming. I had never heard a bird scream before. There it was, helpless, a beautiful bird that had done nothing to harm me. In pain and agony, never to fly again, never to be the early bird that catches the worm, never to return to its nest. I knew what I had to do. Picking the wailing puff of feathers up with a snap, its neck was broken. I cried and cried, sounding like the bird that I had just killed. In the wake of my tears and wallows, I dug a grave, placing the red and orange bundle of feathers and my teacher into the tomb. The prayers I said were for the three of us, Mr. Robin, Mr. Pfeiffer, and myself. This is a vengeance that will never happen again. Lying on the wet ground beneath the trees, unable to move, the sun went down. All I could hope for was that the bears and wolves would eat me. In my dreams, I still hear the scream of the robin. Thank you.
Clearing. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
And that's when a killer becomes a saint. Thank you for your compassion.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful. We were all
Thank
there.
you.
Oh.
Yeah. The things you do as children, the things that affect you. Yeah. Blessings to everybody. I look forward to hearing everybody tonight. Be safe out there. Get vaccinated, please.
DG, wow, that was powerful, powerful, powerful. People are just blown away. Marissa Prada's losing her mind in there. Screams of the robin. Oh my God. Abraham Kamani says PTSD. We can all hear the screams of the robin tonight. Thank you, DG Clearing. And now let's open up the mic to Deanne Hill.
Hello, La Bruja. How are you?
I am well. So good to see you. What is good, my dukes?
I got a new piece. Well, new piece for Narikin for you guys tonight.
All right. New shit from my dukes. Let's hear it.
This is in honor of the epidemic of transgender women that have been and are continuing to be murdered in this country. It's titled She Was Someone. She was someone. She was someone's sister, someone's daughter, a teacher, a clerk, perhaps a nurse. She was someone. And now she is gone. Gone. Her chair at dinner. Gone. Her face from family photos. Taken in the blink of an eye, killed by some fragile guy whose masculinity is eggshell cracked fragile by bright, by loud, by flamboyant. She hides pain carried inside, pain of transformation from was to will be, born in body of different DNA, but housed in heart of a woman, wrapped in skin not her own, and taken too soon. Soon, before her life could unfold. Soon, before her story told. Taken by fear, stamped out by hatred of the misunderstood, she, fluidity in her beauty, inspiring those who hide to be real, to be true to themselves. Her beauty left its mark. She will be remembered. You will not. You had no fucking right. I can't stand your sight. You were blinded by her light. So bright she shined, a beacon of hope, shined, a rising pop star. She was someone's sister. She was someone's daughter. She was my friend. And you ignorant motherfucker, you brought her life to an end. I have to find a way to forgive you, to live with you in my hate, to live with you in my head, until the state renders you dead. Oh wait, there is no death penalty for murdering transgender women, no hate crime attached. And even if there were, it wouldn't bring her back. She was someone's sister. She was someone's daughter. She was someone. Someone. Say their names. Asia Janae Foster, Angel Unique, Sarah Blackwood, Brooklyn Deshauna, Monica Diamond, Lexi, Joanna Metzger, Nina Pop, Summer Taylor, Jane Thompson, and so many more. These gorgeous women gone from this world too soon, but never forgotten. None of us are safe. Safe to be ourselves, safe to speak our truths, safe to live until we are all safe. Thank you.
Ma Dukes, Deanne Hill, thank you. Thank you for saying her name, their names, for writing this piece. Is so true. You know, here in Puerto Rico, the femicide is, you know, is a state of emergency, and our transgender women, you know, aren't even included in that. So
and all too often it goes unreported or underreported simply because they don't want to acknowledge who they really are. They would rather write a statistic based on a birth certificate than the way a person lived their lives. And unfortunately, too many people, both trans men and women, are murdered in out of ignorance and misunderstood.
Yes, and you know, it's come to a time where the world needs to just be aware of their humanity. You know, when will we get to that part? You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for giving me a place to share. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. You know, and I think, you know, in Native American tradition, they were two-spirited, you know, before
Yes, absolutely.
colonization and religion and all this distortion of what is acceptable, what is you know, what is heaven, what is hell. You know, we were able to embrace everyone. You know?
Some tribes, the two spirits named the babies. They were prophets. It depends, you know, on the nation, but in most cases, they were honored and revered for the medicine that walking in both sides of the world gives you.
And it really is. One of the most clairvoyant people I ever met was a two-spirited person, and like they were just fascinating, and we need to keep holding them up. Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Deuce. Much love to you. It's so true. Everybody.
Brew, I think you muted yourself, man.
Just now? Did I say
Yeah.
all that and nothing? You didn't hear nothing I said?
No, but you look pretty the whole time, though.
Damn. How did I do that?
I don't know, but I enjoy looking.
Judge less, love more. You didn't hear that part. And I said, and speaking of loving more, Ray Jane, Queen Ray Jane.
Thank you. Thank you. Grateful to be in this space with you guys. Had a major loss 2 weeks ago. Colleague, friend, office mate, mentor for the past 5 years took her own life on 2 Sundays ago. And it blocked me from writing. But God, right? So gratefully, I was able to get something out. The 30 for 30 helped, all these prompts. So use the prompts. I encourage you all to get out of your own heads, or maybe to get inside of it for that matter. So this one does not have a title. It's for her. And then the second one will be for my mother. Because that second poem was actually the first poem to come out of me since this grief crept onto my back. Okay. Adriana died. English instinctively coding tongue, but still foreign in my soul. I don't think wow was ever uttered more. How the fuck do we do this now? Is this the signal? Is this the sign? What will it really take? Is this my last broken cycle? Minutes from the brink at any given time, all of a sudden afraid of the darkness inside. Peace places losing potency, hanging on by something that might favor sanity. And at every turn of this river, someone tells me, beloved, I am praying for you. And boom, millennia of cosmically connected remind me of my faith. Even peace demands I be still. Gathering every shard scattered, I am grateful to have seen you when you had all of your pieces, angry and vacillating between degrees of grief, hoping you found the well of love we could not give you. Yet recalling from whom all love rises in moments in between, when the possibility of balance removes its unicorn mask and gratitude leads the way. Thank you.
My condolences, Ray Jane.
Thank you. The next one is for my mother. For all your mothers, for all those figures who grab you out of your grief. It's called Dear Mama. Mama, you must be so frustrated having to wear that skin, walk with that weight, barely covering such a being, such a stampede of magic. Maddening, I imagine, finding yourself force-fed into an existence that can nary hold you. I appreciate you for making yourself small for me, or at least attempting to, but really, Mama, it's obvious now. I see your glow shredding through your favorite rehearsed lines, but you and I know God's love don't age. So Mama, who you fooling? Stop pretending. I know you saw me see you levitate once. Making it home from data entry, cooking and managing summa cum laude. Yeah, sometimes I call my mama mommy because I understand that I will never stand as tall as her grace. The infinity in a mother's love, making my existence instantly infant. So yeah, sometimes when she loves me past my greatest defeats, I fall to her feet and wash them with my crown. When she pushed me through dimensions, I thanked her for sacrificing her immortality in exchange for the privilege she calls protecting me. To my mama, who I sometimes call mommy, thank you for taking a chance on me. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. God's love don't age. Ray Jane, and your work is gonna live forever too. Timeless. Queen Ray Jane, Thunder Lung. I love the poem about your mom that you also call mommy.
Yeah,
Amazing.
thank you.
So beautiful. My condolences again. My heart is with you.
Thank you. I like to thank those who leave us, especially those who take themselves, try their best to leave a legacy of love behind. So I encourage you all to be good to yourselves. If anybody's thinking of hurting themselves or knows anybody else who is, an organization that meant a lot to my friend Adriana was a suicide prevention hotline.org. I will put it in the chat with my information as well. Peace to y'all. And again, please be gentle with yourself.
Thank you, Ray Jane. Much love to you.
Love to you.
Ooh. I mean, the things that get us there, that, you know, make us want to leave. If it weren't for poetry, poetry definitely saved my life. After attempting, I did attempt suicide at one point in my life, and imagine, and became La Bruja after that, you know? So I was reborn into this, and man, they say all kinds of things about people that take their own life, but I always just, because I have friends and family that have committed suicide, and I just imagine them happier, happier, just joyful, and and we just love. That's all we can do. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Elizabeth. Yeah, you almost lost a sibling to suicide. No, it's a real struggle, and then especially during these times when death is all around us. I have a friend who was suicidal, and she jumped into the Hudson River, and she said she didn't realize she wanted to live until she hit that water. you know, incredible. But thank you, Ray Jane. Now, let's invite Nathan Davila.
Hey, hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. I see you with the green, the healing color. I see you. So I'm gonna take it to the other side of the spectrum. I think everybody knows I'm a hopeless romantic, so we got a little love poetry coming. And I've got two pieces, and they're both untitled. Upon meadows green, next to crashing waves, the sky painted, clouds fanned across, the sun hiding, playing coy from the world. In that moment, she appeared, looking upon the sky, her smile radiant. She gently asked for his splendor to be shown. Still, he hid. Smiling, she contemplated. Energy and magic swirled around her as she touched the sky. Fingers so gently separated the clouds, gently caressing, speaking in energy. Into her hands, sun gave himself as a lover to his beloved. She placed him upon the clouds to see his splendor. Her touch, her love, created the synergy for him to burn brightly once again. That's the first one. And here's the second one. I turn words into spheres, spheres of energy, spheres of magic, holding each one in my hand, transferring essence in truth. As you gaze into each sphere, an entire universe created within. Love swirls, life expands, my life in your hands. And that is it.
All right, Nathan Davila. You're a hopeful romantic. You
Yes,
definitely
romantic is full of hope and romance and love. So, and as always, to my muse.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Nathan. Your muse is blessed. That is great. Salute to you and to all the love. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Nathan Davila, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now let's welcome Crystal Guerra, aka Chris Lally.
Hi everyone.
What's up, Chris Lally?
I'm good. It seems like my poem that I wrote, new shit last night, or rather this morning in the AM, is linked in with the theme. It's a little bit sad, but you know, nothing.
It's alignment. It's alignment.
Alignment.
Let's align that new shit. Chris Lally, do it up.
Okay. One poem. Here. I stay up, measuring the distance between butterflies and bullets. Haven't seen an insect since last summer, but last night I counted 7 shots. I stay up, measuring the distance between butterflies and bullets as monarchs migrate south, indifferent to the distance between Chicago and Michoacan, La Tierra Llama. They paint Mexico's forests orange every end of October, carrying the souls of those lifted on their wings. Dia de los Muertos is also época de mariposas. I stay up, measuring the distance between butterflies and bullets, scrolling through stories of guns raised to protect the monarch's castle, thrones of trees and leaves where the butterflies perch, and name after name of those who died defending them. Would I die for a butterfly? I stay up, measuring the distance between butterflies and bullets, still trying to sort out the difference between nature and nurture. If self-sacrifice can be sin, I wish it were for the butterflies. Suicide never gave word to this slow ride. Lifetime daydream of cascading south on waves tangerine. I stay up, measuring the distance between butterflies and bullets. Been shadow boxing so long I lost sight of my wings. 2 decades later, I teach myself I don't always have to fight. I have the gift of flight. I stay up, measuring the distance between butterflies and bullets, trying to quantify the steps between distress and fulfillment. I get frustrated, grab a pen, etch out wings, and plan my next session at the range. I stay up, both butterfly and bullet. I stop to smell the roses and refuse to go extinct.
Chris Lally. Oh my gosh. Yo, so amazing. Oh my God. Now you're both butterfly and bullet. I love that.
Thank you.
Say something else, because I'm just like, you always leave me in awe, though. You know that.
Thank you all for bringing it out of me. I feel like Ray Jane, if it weren't for this, I would be, you know, all in my head. And this makes me get in my head, but in a way that, you know, like kind of allows us to transform those things so they don't just sit there. So I thank this space for existing. And if you want to follow me, it's just my name there, right there on the screen, Chris Lally on Instagram.
Yes, follow Chris Lally on Instagram. Follow her work. Follow, because your poetry is light. So thank you for illuminating just such poetic beauty. Thank you. Whew, my goodness, incredible. But poetry does save lives. I could tell you that. It's a fact. It saved my life, and hearing all of you it just helps so many people transcend. So keep writing it, keep doing it, keep sharing it. So grateful. Now let's hear from Dorothy Posada.
Hi. So this is my first time. La Bruja, you are breaking my cherry. I've never done this before.
I'll break it. I'll pop it. We gonna have to drop it. Dorothy Posada here tonight. Okay, how wonderful is that? Are we ready to pop this cherry? Let me see y'all. Let me see you if you're ready to pop this cherry. We gonna
Thank you.
pop the cherry, baby. 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 Pop! Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Dorothy Posada.
Thank you so much, La Bruja. I have 2 poems today, and I'm just going to try this out. Here we go. Arrogant humility. A nation of democracy. Don't you hear how we preach these notes of hypocrisy? Dream big, you'll succeed. Again and again, we plant these seeds. Yet as we breed, we place others in an endless labyrinth, full of windows. There's no way out, drawn to the promise outside just beyond their reach. Yet confined in this maze, they fall, hypnotized by what we feed, dreams, with no real possibility. A nightmare is what they live, the true reality, a nation of democracy. Hear those scream of those suffering injustice, the nightmare of their dreams. Look at us, we're the best, so praiseworthy. Don't forget, not just ordinary, we're supreme, filled with vanity. Care about humanity? No, not really. An empathetic land? No, a sleight of hand. That's part of our magnificence. We create illusions, diversions, confusion, so others forget to tackle instead the injustice they're being fed. A nation of democracy, be like us, no unity. Enjoy the arrogance of our stupidity, for these dreams we seem to hold give us hope. Are we a joke? We must be to all those who really know what they see, a people of misery. But there are those saved by their integrity, with humbling devotion and love for all humanity. They are awakened, no longer mesmerized by our fairy tale elixir. They can see clearly the path they need to take, reminding us a nation of democracy. We've made a mockery. That's our shame, glorifying this disgrace. Thank you. My second one. The lady cries, "Oh, Emma Lazarus, did you ever think this day would come? Your message, that poem, somehow lost. 100 years now selfish we are, forgetting the passion of your words. So many heard suffering then, inclusion and love. She bestowed a chance for liberty, her crown of peaks and guiding light, bringing those once destitute the peace needed, an opportunity to live the freedom. Archived in a glass box are the names of those who then embarked long ago, seeking the same as those who now come, a chance, some hope. Instead, there's misery. The people scream, those refugees. There's anger, treachery. No welcome. Get out, a fist they beckon. How they've forgotten their family heritage once was those very immigrants, the ones that needed hope, what Lady Liberty bestows. But now rich and privileged, who cares what others need? They succeed with their greed. The lady cries, screaming silently. Her presence, she laments, is no longer what she used to represent. Love, hope, freedom. It was not for all, just for that some, now the privileged one. The lady cries with torch in hand, empathy. Her frame withstands a call for action, the cry for this compassion. Thank you.
Yes! A poet was born tonight. Dorothy Posada, thank you so much for choosing this home to be your new home, because you are welcome here now and always. Thank you, Dorothy Posada. Amazing. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It goes down in history. Today, the poet Dorothy Posada was born. Thank you. What a privilege. Whew. And please come back. Everybody, look in the chat. Look at the response you're getting, Dorothy. Look at all that love that you are getting. Take it in. It is yours. Now let's see what's good with Dylan DeForge, aka DeForgery.
Hello, La Bruja.
Hola.
I am like split between two long pieces, and I wanted to kind of read the room and make sure I'm not like super negative or super I wanted to have that balance. So I think I want to read the happier one. This is a queer love poem that I wrote a while ago, and it's called "Gay Honeymoon in Colombia." That's a sestina. 1. Practicing my Spanish on Duolingo in the plane while you, newlywed, try to sleep. Here I am, speaking in tongues again, while the flight attendant stares down the aisles of the airship. Soft drink cans, peanuts, thimble-sized bottles of spirits, microwave zapped meals with steaming plastic. You crane your neck to see the Athens of South America. Colombia. Then you again lay in the crook of my neck, dreaming of the energy, the sights and sounds down there. This is a trip for two spirits united a month prior, and because we can. 2. Landing in Bogota, I'm reminded I didn't kiss you today. We grab our luggage, kiss openly. Here we can, the laws don't forbid. El Policia responde sí. We find the taxis. At the hotel we rest our spirits, and I awaken your arms in the swollen sun, born again in a Latin city of prisms. Empty stomached, we're down and out into the streets. We get breakfast in a teeming diner chock full of familial chatter. A busker's gleaming pearly teeth, plucking nylon strings, singing for pesos. I can imagine our honeymoon becoming a yearly stint. Maybe down the road have a beach home when the temp hits 0°C. I'd be your translator. We never return to Massachusetts again. We're wandering wolves meant to be free. Wild spirits. 3. Thinking of your homophobic family while sitting at Costeño Beach by the Caribbean Sea. Your relatives, heavily swayed by Father, Son, Holy Spirit, they see no quality in our coupling, redeeming. I don't want another Christmas Eve with them again. Your name, sibilant and sharp, is forsaken. Can't we lay in a hammock at Costeño Beach, the sea to my right, your sleepy head set down into my chest to my left? Wake up, bear. We've laid down here for a while. Let's stretch our muscles, liven up our spirits. Being here gives me the peace. And if it wasn't for you, see, too, I'd never know that love reaps such rewards. Sunlight streaming through palm trees, toes in the sand, breeze as cool as a Colombiana can. I will wake up every day and fall in love with you again. 4. The alarm goes off at 6:15 a.m. I rub the sleep out of my eyes. I wish to see so much with you. Unfortunately, I must cease this surreal dreaming and drift back into the sea of reality. We are not one. Our schedules and spirits are separate. Puedo tener 5 minutos más, Nana? Can I have that dream about him again? That's the end of the piece.
Dylan DeForgery, that was awesome.
Thank you.
God. That line about the wolves wanting to be free, meant to be free, that was beautiful. And it just, it's in alignment too, how we're speaking about, humanity, the humanity of our love, of who we are as beings. We should be free to love. And our coupling should be acknowledged. So thank you for that. Thank you, Dylan.
Of course.
Yes, Columbia Odyssey poem. Everybody look in that chat how everybody loved you. Let them know how to follow you, and then we're going to go all the way to the Boogie Down Bronx.
Yep, you can find me on Instagram at DeForgery. I have a card page that links to all my other sites, but again, it's an honor to read here. I know I took a break for a while, but I'm getting back into the circuit of things, of reading more frequently, and it's honestly a blast. I really miss this. Thank you so much.
So happy that you are. Welcome back. You're always welcome here. You already know, and you brought the fire. Thank you. Now let's hear from my homie, my home slice from the Boogie Down. We used to share mics in Hunts Point. Give it up for Rosalind.
Hey. How are you tonight? You look great, by the way.
Thank you, honey. So do you.
Thank you. So this piece I'm going to share is called Cut from a Different Cloth. And it goes like this. Most girls are conditioned to think about marriage before they can spell the word correctly. Not me. In case you didn't know it, I already bask in my abnormality. I'm supposed to know color schemes and themes, the style of the dress, location, which venue would be best instead. I'm fixed on finding the man that wouldn't run at the first sign of imperfection, a bond that wouldn't be a reflection of the men who failed me before I could utter my first words. Someone who doesn't reek of loneliness and sorrow, someone who would hold my hand for countless tomorrows, the one who would choose me over again every day. I don't know the first thing about centerpieces, and I couldn't care less who would catch the bouquet. But there are a few things I know for certain about that day. I'll gladly look into the eyes of the one who'd get blissfully lost in mine. I will make sure that my smile shines so bright no GPS is needed for anyone to find where I stand with my trembling hands, waiting impatiently for the green light to lock lips with those who bring joy to mine. I will not be having the wedding of my dreams, because an overpriced party that isn't really all about me is actually equivalent to my nightmare. And it wouldn't be fair to make this about anyone other than him and I. Me and this amazing, lucky, and immensely brave guy. Instead of worrying about the guest list and who likes this or that, I'm focused on saying I do to the man who loves me and values my authenticity, prefers my complexity over others' simplicity, who will navigate my waters explicitly, and who would read me like a book and find that I actually make perfect sense, not to the world, but to him. Only then will he be good enough, only when he celebrates that I'm cut from a different cloth. Only then will I wear his name like silk against my skin, hyphenated, of course. And by then, no one will look at him without knowing my name, like graffiti across his chest, his eyes, and his soul. It will read, Roz was here. End poem.
Ooh, Roz, yes. Somebody wrote decolonize weddings or marriages, yes, and that's what it's about. It's about all of those things that's like real love, real union, and not
real love, nothing to do with people pleasing. It's about us, just you and I.
That's right. The politics of weddings and all that nonsense. Yeah, you bring it. You bring it. That truth. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I'll be your flower girl.
Oh, gladly, gladly. Thank you
Yes.
guys. Love y'all.
Love you. So great. Okay. We got to keep it going, keep it flowing. We're already at 10:45 and I'm trying to get all 30 on. I don't know for the waiting list people. Let's see. We're going to go with Bill Elkins right now, but for the waiting list people, if you could definitely bring your thing to like a 1 minute, 2 minutes so we could get you in, I'd greatly appreciate it. But at this moment, we're going to hear some music from Bill Elkins. You there? Senor Bill?
I'm here, La Bruja.
Hola.
Hi, everybody. Okay, since we've run out of time, I'm going to do another song that's shorter. The one I was going to do is be too long, I think. Here we go. This is one I did not too long ago. It's called Macy. It's the dog song. Hope you like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're a dog for all seasons, my little Macy. You're such a joy to behold. Diagonally prancing down Solano Avenue, your beautiful imperfection is so dear. Your affection so sincere. Oblivious to hatred, my little Macy, you would befriend the worst of fiends. My little black terrier, so affecting. Man's best friend is indeed a dog. When people keep killing each other over gods, you charming creature, my little Macy, you render my world sweet and kind. Whether chasing squirrels or little children, you give me repose so sublime. In a world fraught with danger for mankind, you're a dog for all seasons, my little Macy. You're such a joy to behold. Diagonally prancing down Solano Avenue, your beautiful imperfection is so dear. Your affection so sincere. Thank you.
Bill Elkins. That was my introduction to you a year ago. Was with that song. I remember it vividly, and I brought in Pinky. And thank you. I love that song.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Super sweet. Bill Elkins, everybody. Thank you. My Pinky has been a little bit under the weather, but hopefully that song cheered her up. She's always next to me. I love this dog. Now, let's see what's good with Kenya Fulton. Couldn't change her name to Cow Ra Zen.
His name to
His
Cal.
name. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Hey, no, it's good. It's good.
Kenya Fulton. I went to high school with a girl named Kenya, and I automatically thought it was a girl.
You know, I got that a lot when I was a shorty. You know, whatever. I ain't tripping on it. You know, it's all good.
Where are you tonight?
I'm in Chicago.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
for joining us from Chicago. Great to see you. I look forward to hearing you. Thank you for being here.
It's great to be here. I just want to acknowledge today is a birthday of two other poets from Chicago who are two of my favorite poets. Boots Riley from the rap group The Coup. He also directed Sorry to Bother You, but he was born in Chicago. And the late, great Gil Scott Heron. I just wanted to acknowledge them. Happy birthday to them. I'm gonna do a real short one and a longer one. To the stars we look for our gods, yet on earth we are devils unto ourselves. That's that first piece. The pigs got a violent agenda to fire and injure. You could even die and surrender. Good cops won't even try to defend you. Without provocation, they could fuck with me now I'm the offender. Fuck the authorities, we gotta take control. Police ain't nothing but a modern day slave patrol. They portray us like we bad guys when it's the cops that are really thugs. Look at the peaceful protesters getting beaten down with billy clubs. Off the streets, they try to snatch you. If you run, they try to catch you with their guns pointed at you. And even when they got you, they still got their guns pointed at you. Yo, I could give a fuck about a statue of a racist and a rapist. Yo, they got us in the matrix. 911 is still a joke. It's like they put you on a wait list and they watch you every move. They got us all under surveillance and they want to flood the streets with federal agents. My country, 'tis of thee, has such a hateful history. They'd rather give me death than liberty. Why must they treat me differently? Law enforcement wickedly leads to black misery. Excuse me, officer, I ain't know no negativity. Can you explain the reason for the attitude you giving me? My life, I want to live it free. Why would you prohibit me? Your moves are controlled by puppet strings. I see them vividly. Manipulated by a marionette to fuck with me when I ain't nary a threat. Cops neglect crime in the hood because they don't care about poor folks. So fuck the loop, fuck the Magnificent Mile, fuck the Gold Coast. The all-seeing eye, they watch me on their monitors to keep me in the place of a commoner. They want me dead or in jail or at the bottom of the social ladder. If black lives don't matter, we'll make blue lives. Fuck the authorities. That's those pieces.
Ooh, Cow Ra Zen, thank you. Let everybody know how to follow you. That was straight fire. Everybody's loving it.
Thank you. And, that second piece, that's part of a song called FTA, and that's on Spotify. So I'll put my information in there. You can look it up. Ko Razan, Instagram, Twitter. I'll put all that stuff in there. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Ko Razen, that was amazing. FTA is the name of the song on Spotify. I'm definitely gonna check that out. And thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Super, super. Okay, Paul La Torre, aka Paul Con Queso. I know you have some great things to say. I feel you. You was definitely giving him some props. So what's good, Paul?
Yeah, Cal. I hope Cal comes back. Also, speaking of first timers here, if you could unmute Kira Candy, LLC, she got the dope like meditative background behind her because we about to drop a collab on y'all. This is one of my friends from college. One of my friends that we go back like 11 some odd years. She founded a poetry group with me at my college. Her, me and Nick go way back. Yeah. So we're gonna break off a piece that's been how long in the making has this been? Yeah, it's like 9
years.
Yeah.
And I hope we do it justice. I hope I do it justice. Shit. Because
We're
you're
gonna
fired, Paul.
We're gonna try and bless
You're
y'all, and then
fired,
after this, Yasmin is gonna be a regular. So
I think so. I'm loving the whole energy. You guys are amazing. This
she's
is crazy.
catching the vibe. All right. So this is Titanium.
You shouted out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I get up.
Polished chamber, pistol grip, vortex aimed at cortex, patriarchal politic, black dress, black tux, black whole soul consuming all I touch, sunspots, queenly corona abyss I found you in. Clashing tragic as passion pageants, whose hurt's been worst? Pastel patterns, astral travel, ripping fabric of sky from eyes, cosmic blindfold as I hold you in arms. You hold all creation in your cradle, celestials collide. Like ancient gods swept in Neptune's nebula, you spit me out onto spiral steps, Escheraks. Existential merry-go-round, we spin but we go nowhere, locking an archetype of arc-shaped aortas, cardiac raptures in the fray. But vibranium hearts like ours don't break, adamantium cages reverberate, ribs growing stronger from each attempt to separate, catching all wreckage thrown in their wake. Bodies, cases, constellations, shards of shrapnel left in Orion's chest, while Titan belt around neck left you heaving for breath. Asphyxiation, yes, but this is not tragic morning and afternoon, rather much more Saturday morning cartoon following Sailor's Moon, pull of gravity scope, latched on you, bang, bang, pull me through.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your way. Far away, far away. You shoot me down,
but I won't fall.
I am titanium. You shoot me down,
but I won't fall.
I am titanium. And the pistol you pull sounds, catching my body, you shoot me down. Bang, bang, but I don't hit the ground. Gravity is non-existent on this plane. I proceed to soar. I'm sorry. I proceed to soar. Still, I rise, Maya Angelou. What have I found in you? Black hole, black dress, black. What? Fuck that. I'm in blue. And silver prevailing, penetrating wavelengths spiral through the cosmos. Imagine me falling bulletproof. That is my name. As I fly, like silver drips from a clip toward your souls, your sun, cataclysmic. It could only be dangerous for one. And I'm not worried. Chains couldn't, nor can the leg lock keep me bobbled. There's nothing to lose in the paradise you found me in because I shine full throttle.
Stone hard machine guns.
Fire not the one who runs. Stone hard, bulletproof glass. You shoot me down, but I won't fall.
I'm
titanium. You shoot me down. Oh, I'm sorry.
But I won't fall. I am titanium. You penetrate parts of me, possibly. Apostrophe. Nothing terrestrial belongs to me. Submarine drift into purple rain kingdoms. Slain kings and claimed thrones are bones made of cosmic dust. Iron lungs letting us travel depths. No place left. Nitroglycerin bombs imploding over Atlantis in your name. Rain like fireworks underwater chasing Titanic mistakes. I failed you. When I failed to communicate, step up and remunerate, shoot my shot into atmosphere, had my chance, had you here, I chose fear. Now it's clearly too late. Deus ex machina, machine gun funk. Freighter capsizing, now we're sunk in prison, spitting, split tongue platitudes. Someday when my shipwrecked vessel comes back to you, collapsing in sea of astronomy, blasting astral hymns which slap, we fractured too. Have that root, hatch galactic afterbirth, other half of us miscarried love, tried to escape your life-giving womb, but men won't pause. We men never learn. Even sun has shadow self. As God and Adam split the atom, Dr. Manhattan watches in wait. Eve spits out seeds in dinner plate. Atomic families wasting half-lives on syndicated reruns as past lives bleed into garden of reincarnations. Pick before bloom. Dismiss me as careless with culture. Man, whore, horticulturist, but never dispense with goddess. You swallow me up as is, coexist.
You shoot me down,
but I won't fall. I am titanium.
You shoot me down, but
I won't fall. I am titanium.
As macrocosm, kingdoms still stand, coexist we do. And it's true, there's no way you could escape the Milky Ways I paved while freeing, falling through your bodily essence. May encompass me, maybe, but my hydrogen is set to explode, bombs bursting throughout you, that is promised. Penetration that is acknowledged, creation carved at galaxies worth of proof. Time and space continuums continue to show you your life has been everlasting, but collisions blasting will fracture you. Even my explosion will cause fame in the hereafter. You tell me, where am I? No, where are we going? Into shadows or straight to the minds and eyes of those creatures below? Lasso, not me. No rebirths. You're right. It's too late. You had me here. I had you first, but you chose fear. Now I'm ascending. They can see, they would know. Sadly, you couldn't help me anyway. You couldn't keep me anyway. You would, what would that mean? One less starry night, Van Gogh?
We men so callow, no Frida Kahlo, self-portrait distorted, plaster corset and pierced vertebrae. Accidents like streetcar lie in wait, abdomen puncture, uterine function forever compromised, but here I go imploding again. You love me, I know, Gaia, Terra, Demeter, we rain down.
And I explode. You're welcome to capture my glimpses. Don't chase me to conquer. You won't survive.
Survivalist somehow survive the crash, basking in afterglow of all things divine. Feminine disconnect creates a sense of surreal as Dali's elephants, walking stilts, pomegranate, vomit seeds, tigers pounce toward Dala with bayonet aimed at head of benevolence, toxic machismo, masochist, persistent as time is relative, split the distance we kiss and cave in chasms, hydrogen lifted, bomb as fuck, collapsing entire systems with this atomic number 22.
The only truth. The creation of this astral space, the remedy of insanity, hydrogen in my being.
Fission feels like breathing now.
Breathing in fierce and powerful pools of aquatic wonderlands. I guess it stands that we
collapse into a galaxy of
eternal connection, light years spent together.
Light capturing rapture, aurora of painted eyes, a 21 gun salute, peering back at you.
We peer down. They look up high and behold a miracle, both broken, but this connection of ours, as they observe, radiates hope.
A theater of ethereal, two stars collapsing.
Just to know we were here.
Know what's real, so surreal. This surge of urges merged in our metallurgy.
This element never fades.
Or do we?
Through it all.
Losses.
Love.
Stars dying. Titanium.
Titanium only
grows stronger.
Stronger when bonded.
When bonded.
All right. Woo, to that powerful duet, the remedy to insanity right there. The poetic duo.
Thank you.
You can follow me at Paul Con Queso. Where can they follow you, Kira?
Oh, they can follow me on Instagram at king.kira.candy. Thank you, guys.
Beautiful.
Appreciate you, everybody. Thank y'all.
Awesome. Okay, Marissa Prada, let's go. I don't want to rush, but I'm trying to get everybody on my waiting
I
list.
hear you, La Bruja. Hello,
Hi.
people. Hi, New Yo. Okay, this is a brand new piece. Have never read it anywhere yet, so here we go.
New shit.
New shit. This is titled Continental Morning. I am hungry. It is still morning. Consuming poetry, and all I want is to be feasting on breakfast in bed with you. Our feet entangled, toes talking, getting our fill of one another for the day that awaits us. Sometimes the best introductions are in the glow of next morning, sex turned to love-making frenzy of rediscovering each other's bodies again. Hello, man. I am just a woman, packaged and wrapped up with a bow across my breasts for you to open and own and enjoy everything beneath the wrapping paper of this present I offer to you now and always. I am the mint on your pillow, the room key you keep, the drop at the top of a roller coaster, the kettle corn, the melting, milky $10 ice cream cone. I am room service. I am the gum you chew before our first kiss. I am the shower that washes us clean after our first fuck. I am the arms you will miss when you leave me. I may be your oxygen, but you are my carbon, the basis of life itself, my life. Every ounce of humanity and vitality that courses through my body. I belong to the most used vowel in the English language. Live not only in my skies because my earth turns and I never wish to leave you. Live in the speckled, crystallized life of dirt because I love dirt. It grows all things. Live on my wind, which winds through my hair to tear through all obstructive, obstinate obstacles that keep your eyes from mine. Be my water that wears down rock and man and time till you are standing beside me. Be my fire that stalks air we breathe till we resuscitate resistance of our reluctant distance, for your time has met the wrinkle in mine. Whispers pass around our table like garlic bread spreading satiety and sanctuary for our wishes. I've wished so long, so hard at every falling star, every birthday cake candle as long as I can remember for you. I am crazy for you, man. I just want to be on you or under you, just with you. Bend me over and take all of me, wondering too if this is all just a dream. The beast of days that burden the pulling of our cart into tomorrow. Moaning sounds, for we are not dead yet. I call you, man, you steady, sweltering steed full of need, needing to come home to me, to us. We are our own wish come true. Hue of homesick hearts, home at last.
Marissa Prada, with all that love that you have in your heart. Wow, all the poems that you make, amazing. What is the vowel? What vowel is that? I want to know.
Tell you it's a secret, but I will tell you where you can find me on social media. Come find me, Marissa Prada, on Facebook, Prada Painting and Poetry on Instagram. I co-author The Word Is Right, WRITE, on Facebook with Ma Dukes. Also, we just launched Red or Green Books. It's my publishing house, female forward publishing house, getting ready to launch 10 poets. Do the call this summer for a launch this winter. If you have never published before and you want to debut your collection, hit me up. Red or Green, READ, redorgreenbooks.com. I have also started an erotic poetry group. It is a closed private poetry group, Prod Erotica, on Facebook. So if you would like to come do some erotica too, let me know.
Ooh, yes. Marissa,
Thank you, La Bruja.
beautiful, beautiful as always. So many beautiful things. Oh my gosh. Yes, and the word is right. Come to the word is right. That's so dope. She got $1,000 prize and an open mic happening. Follow her and get with it. Okay, now for our final poet on the secured list. Let's go with Tori Lutz.
Hello. I have
Hi.
two very short poems, so hopefully other people can go. But so the first one is called Evergreen. You never forget or lose your grip on your first love. It's life's purest connection, the thing that takes you from childhood to fairy tale to loss and back again. With something as mundane as a Polaroid, a yearbook, a pressed flower from a corsage that's long since wilted. And then this one is called Ode to Nostalgia. I bought a bottle of the shitty overpriced perfume you kept on your vanity. The one that smells like flowers at a funeral home, swimming in a dull glass shaped like a bastardized seashell. I imagine your fingerprints on the foggy yellow surface, the mix of your pheromones with the stench, the slightly crooked dispenser worn from overuse. And for a moment, I breathe you in again. And the smell turns to shortbread cookies and saltwater air, farmers markets and thrift shops on a Saturday, the spice of Old Bay on endless crab legs, and it's almost worth smelling like an antique shop for the rest of the day.
Tori, thank you.
Yeah, you can find me Tori Lutz Poetry on Instagram. I put it in the chat too, so yay.
Tori Lutz Poetry, thank you so much for being with us. It's so great to see you and to hear you. Thank you for your poems. Okay, so, and for your consideration, you kept it short and were gracious enough so that we can hear some of our waiting list poets. Luis Pabon is not here, so we're gonna go with Brad, and I'm asking everybody on the waiting list if you could do 1 to 2 minutes so we can close it out. Brad, let's see what's good with Bradman.
All right. Here's a poem I wrote after I lost a Friday night slam at the New Eurekan to a poet who was reading off of their phone. All right. The following thoughts are merely opinions and not meant to be taken as facts. Okay, let me drop some facts. New York City poetry is barely intact. Your poetry sucks. I'm sorry. It's bad. You don't know it's bad because people like it, but people are dumb and they don't like poetry. So they like your poetry because it's bad. It's really bad. And it's not that it's bad on its own. It's not alone. It's a copied tone that you stole and emulated from the last piece you heard somebody read off their phone, probably acting like they're breaking down, like it's the first time they ever read these words out loud, bawling with maudlin emotion while they're reading it out. But your tawdry poetry isn't worth the air you're supplying, because if all your poems sound like you're crying, you're lying, you're whining, you're prosaic, formulaic. You're a mosaic made up of pictures of other people into something that kind of looks like you, but it looks like all the others too. You want to bitch about how life sucks, fine, but you're preaching to the choir, see? I'm tired, see? I think there's more to art than reading your diary. So all this repetitive whining has inspired me to say something, even if nobody thanks me, because I'm sick of people acting like they're brilliant artists like Banksy just because they grabbed a mic and acted angsty. I let you in parts of my body I don't have the names for. Snap, snap, snaps. And I can't pick up my pieces with someone else's hands. Snap, 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 snaps. You taught me how to feel alone in my own bones. Go home if you're going to copy that high-pitched woe is me NYU freshman. I'm a New York City poet drone. I've heard it before. It's behind every door. Hark! I can hear it all the way from 14th Street to Washington Square Park. Pain is pain, and it sucks, and it will break your goddamn heart, but it's not art. Your love was a dart in my neck that I feel every day. We are still there. Fuck applause, get the crash cart, because whether they're talking about Asgard or NASCAR, it just sounds like gas coming at your ass hard. Your pain is a fart. It takes more than hurting to make art. Yeah, I'm pretentious, elitist, conceited, but I just feel defeated because it's the same thing recycled, emulated, repeated, and put on a pedestal peddled to impressionable people who purport to be part of the poetry population. This is my frustration, that you think you're rapping hot ski like your man Watsky, but you're not ski. Don't confuse it. Your pop music, amusing to people with no taste and ultimately a waste. And what sucks is that some of you can write and some of you have something to say, but why do you have to all say it the same way? Before you spit bile, take time to make a choice. Poetry isn't about biting a style, it's about finding your voice. And I am trying to prove that slam poetry doesn't mean you have to pause after the first word of every sentence. I am trying to prove you don't have to pause after the first word of every new sentence. I am trying to prove that you don't have to deliver your lines the same way over and over until you act exasperated. I am exasperated. And I want you to feel it, because this is not how slam poetry has to sound. Thank you.
Hark! That was a great fucking poem. Give it up for Brad. Brad, man, you just fucking killed it.
Thanks.
I love the line with the fart and the pain and the out the ass hard. You killed it.
I don't do it much because it's like super negative and pretentious and all that, but I just...
Nah. That shit was real. I loved it. Everybody loved it. Look at it. Look, everybody in the chat went wild for you. Follow Brad, man. Let them know how to follow you, Brad.
The real Brad, man, everywhere.
Everywhere. I love it. Thank you, Brad. The real Brad, man, everywhere. You already know. Okay, so we're gonna end with Joski C. That's how we're gonna do this. Joski, take us home. And take your time. Take your time and take us home. Joski C, everybody.
Coming through. How many cops does it take to make you dead? How many cops does it take to make you dead? They pulled George Floyd from his car for a $20 bill. Stood up, handcuffed, brought down to the ground. Cop got a knee on his neck. George Floyd couldn't catch a breath. How many cops does it take to make you dead? How many cops does it take to make you dead? How many badges? How many guns? How many bullets? How many wounds? How much blood in your bed? Crush a knee on your neck. How many cops does it take to make you dead? How many bullets? How many guns? How many daughters? How many sons? How much blood in your bed? Crush of a knee on your neck. How many cops does it take to make you dead?
Joski. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Bruja. Thanks for squeezing me in.
Hey, man, you know, what better way to end the night than with that, you know, with that message, with that truth. You know, you have your fingers on the pulse of the human heart, and there's nothing else that needs to be said. So in light of all of those sons and daughters that have passed, let's just take this one moment, this breath with full gratitude and remembrance. So let's just take this moment of silence. I love you all. I thank you for everyone being here, for every sentiment, every sentence, every poem, everything. I thank you. I thank you. From the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, it's always an honor to represent. And I will see you on Monday to celebrate the anniversary with Advocate of Words and this wonderful poetic community that we have. You guys are family, and I love you so much. Buenas noches.